Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations. They attack our courthouses. They dox our law enforcement officers. No more. They are a terrorist group, and we are coming after them.
This is a video shared by the White House on its official accounts. We did not add any music or make any edits.
We are here at the White House today to unmask Antifa, to follow the money all the way to the top. If you want to get to the bottom of who is fomenting this chaos and violence in our country, you must follow the money.
I was a mainstream reporter in Seattle for 10 years before I quit mainstream media, in part due to its refusal to acknowledge the dangers of Antifa and radical left-wing violence.
Part of the problem that we have is that a lot of people refuse to believe that Antifa is real, is just a made-up thing, but I have seen them. They are real, they are dangerous, and they are violent.
They are an organized, systemic, international criminal enterprise. And what the FBI is going to do is trace the money, follow the funds, and find every single person that was involved in funding the riots and the violent acts of criminality that they're perpetrating on our street.
I've watched Antifa brutally beat, harass, and threaten Americans in the street, but all of that ends with the Trump administration.
I was brutally attacked and almost killed by Antifa in the streets of Seattle. All of my colleagues have been attacked. I can't think of a single one who hasn't. Violence against journalists and police officers in our streets can't stand.
Just days ago, I was in the Portland jailhouse, and now I'm in the White House. This administration is built different, and Antifa's days are numbered.
And I want to thank President Donald Trump for designating Antifa a terrorist organization, and I'm looking forward to the FBI and the DOJ hunting down these people like the terrorists that they are.
All I gotta say, it's a bad day to be Antifa.
And Antifa's days of using violence and intimidation against their political opposition are over.
And I've continued to report on them over the years despite the threats of violence and actual violence that's happened, because I owe a thank you to this country, the United States, for settling my parents who were victims of communism in Vietnam.
1 month ago, Charlie Kirk was murdered by a violent leftist. We all saw it, and we all saw thousands of leftists celebrate it. Antifa symbols were found on the bullet casings of the gun used to shoot and kill my friend.
We won't take it anymore. President Trump is not going to stand for it, and I'm so grateful that we have a leader in the White House that understands how we need to fight these sophisticated networks and how we need to take these terrorists out.
I've been attacked by Antifa, doxxed by Antifa, harassed by Antifa, but we're not standing down. We're now coming for you.
Donald Trump's team just released a video called Antifa Exposed. Here's the thing. It's not journalism. It's propaganda. This isn't about safety. It's about control. Trump is trying to convince Americans that dissent is terrorism, that free speech is a threat, and that he's the only one who can save us from it. But the truth, Antifa isn't a terrorist group. It's an idea, a decentralized movement against fascism. This video, shared by the White House itself, is taxpayer-funded manipulation, a fear campaign built to silence critics and distract from Trump's failures.
Hi guys, my name is Esther Daniel, and you are welcome back to the channel. So Donald Trump just dropped a video called Antifa Exposed, and y'all, the way they edited this thing, you'd think Antifa personally broke into every police station in America and stole the Constitution. They're calling it a threat to America, a terrorist movement, and blaming it for everything from protest chaos to Charlie Kirk's death. But here's what's wild. This video wasn't made by some random internet page. It was released by the White House itself. Yeah, your tax dollars were used to scare you. Let's get into it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to help the channel out.
I have a little secret for anybody who's worried about Antifa coming after them. You don't have to worry unless you're a fascist. It's kind of like if you get up there and you start screaming, the anti-racists are coming after me. You don't have to worry unless you're racist. So if you're not an ultra-nationalist, if you don't hero worship an orange cult leader, if you don't embrace militarism, or you're not on the super far right, you're probably fine. In fact, you're definitely fine. If you don't threaten to hunt down and lock up your political opponents based on their beliefs, for example, you don't promise to eradicate Antifa, the anti-fascist, because that makes you actually fascist. You don't demonize others based on their race or religion, or if they're an immigrant, or if they're a member of a sexual or gender minority, they're not coming after you. That's the thing. You out yourself as a fascist when you keep squawking and screaming that the anti-fascists are coming after you. Just like how you out yourself as a racist when you keep saying that the anti-racists are persecuting you. By definition, anti-fascists don't care about you unless you're a fascist.
Are you Antifa? Because it just means anti-fascist, right? I remember not long ago when all these people on the right were calling Biden fascist, saying, oh God, it's this fascist totalitarian regime. Those people now are Antifa by definition. We have it in Canada too. All these fucking people who were like, Trudeau's a fascist. Be like, well, you don't know what fascism is. But if that's the case, then you're Antifa. Now with the Trump administration designating Antifa as a terrorist organization, that means that if you are anti-fascist, as all of our grandparents, great-grandparents were during the Second World War, fighting Hitler, they're domestic terrorists. How do people not understand this? It's just a blanket term so that they can just go after anybody, because they can label anybody a terrorist. This isn't new news, you know? But I think it's just important really right now for everybody to ask themselves, am I anti-fascist or am I pro-fascist? Because if you're anti-fascism, then you're Antifa, and then at any time, Trump and his fucking ICE goons and stuff, they can designate you a terrorist and then just sweep you away, right? So, are you Antifa? I'm Antifa. Who the fuck wants fascism? I don't think many people want fascism. Some people do. Some people, they want Trump to be king, right? And here we've got a lot of right-wing people who want Pierre Poilievre to be king, as if he's ever gonna even be prime minister. That's not gonna happen. People hate that guy here. So you yourself, are you anti-fascist? Then you're Antifa. Accepting that is so important for everybody on every side to understand what's happening here. If you are anti-fascist, therefore Antifa, then you are a target. That's the most important thing. Anybody can be a target. So are you, like me, Antifa?
I am Antifa, and I think we need to normalize saying I am Antifa. I am also the granddaughter of a World War II vet, and seeing what is happening in this country and to this country right now, there is not a day that goes by that I don't think what an ultimate slap in the face and disrespect it is to those that gave their lives fighting fascism. They're trying to paint us as anti-American, the enemy within, when we are anything but. The projection is astounding.
What do you guys think of this video?
Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations. They attack our courthouse. Are a terrorist group, and we are coming after them.
We are here at the White House today to unmask Antifa, to follow the money all the way to the top if you want to get to the bottom of who is fomenting this chaos.
For 10 years before I quit mainstream media, in part due to its refusal to acknowledge the dangers of Antifa.
For everyone confused, Antifa just means anti-fascism. It's not a group. It's not an organization. They're not coming together. They're not attacking anywhere. And they're not a threat to any part of the government. This, my friend, is grade A propaganda that is being used against American citizens by the government. This video was posted on the White House pages. Happy Tuesday.
They literally just said the fucking quiet part out loud. And to make a long story short, honestly, I thought the R word was gonna tip this shit off, but evidently it ain't even doing that shit. It's gonna be Antifa, the one that's gonna tip this shit all the way the fuck off. Y'all peep this shit. So, first of all, the government done came out and said, well, that little goofy ass little lady, I forgot what the fuck her name is, she was sitting next to it and shit. She said, and I quote, that we're gonna start prosecuting and executing fucking Antifa. Anybody that believes in Antifa are gonna get arrested and everything other, and all that bullshit, right? Okay. This is where the part gets a little bit confusing to some. They are labeling Antifa as a terrorist group, when Antifa is not even a terrorist group at all. What it is a belief. First of all, let's define what Antifa is. Antifa means anti-fascist. Abbreviated. Let me say this one more time for the people in the back. Antifa means anti-fascist. Abbreviated. And for those of y'all that don't know what a fascist is, it's pretty much a damn dictator. They don't give a fuck about others' feelings. They don't give a fuck about free speech or anything like that. So, with that being said, this goop troop literally just said, and I quote, that we are going after Antifa because it is a terrorist group, when really it's a fucking belief. So with that being said, they are anti-Antifa. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to live in a dictatorship. I really fucking don't. That is what Antifa is. Do you, as a viewer watching my video right now, do you want to live in that kind of shit? Well, guess what? Now they're going to start being prosecuted just off of your fucking political fucking belief. What? But this is supposed to be a free country. This is supposed to be a free-minded place. This is supposed to be land of the free. This is supposed to be freedom of fucking speech. So now, if I was to come out and come forth and say, you know what, fuck the Democrat and fuck the fucking Republicans, we all should have voted independent any fucking way. Maybe then y'all will learn y'all goddamn motherfucking lesson, because y'all know good and goddamn motherfucking way on both sides of bullshit. I'm gonna be prosecuted. That's that bullshit right there.
All right, so here's what's really going on. The Antifa Exposed video makes it sound like there's this huge violent army of leftists running around attacking cops and courthouses every weekend. But that's not true. Antifa isn't even an organization. It's an idea. It's literally short for anti-fascist. No headquarters, no leader, no membership, just random people who share the same stance against fascism and white supremacy. So when Trump's team puts out a video saying Antifa this, Antifa that, what they're really doing is framing dissent as danger. It's classic fear politics. Take a small group of people, amplify it, and make the public believe chaos is everywhere, so you can sell yourself as the only one who can fix it. And notice the timing. The economy's messy, elections are near, people are angry. So instead of talking about solutions, they give you an enemy. It's not about safety, it's about control. It's a trick as old as politics itself. Step 1, create fear. Step 2, offer yourself as the protector. Step 3, punish whoever speaks up. And that's why videos like this are dangerous. Not because they expose Antifa, but because they normalize censorship under the name of security. This Antifa Exposed video isn't about Antifa at all. It's about power. It's a political commercial dressed up like national security. Trump's team knows fear sells, and they're using it to paint every critic as a threat. So before you believe everything that comes from a politician's mouth, ask yourself, are they protecting the people or protecting their power? Anyway, guys, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Trump's Antifa Exposed video is truth or just another fear campaign? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.